Today's video is inspired by a TikTok video that I came across. It was a podcast with Miley Cyrus and this woman, and they were talking about their experience with EMDR. And EMDR is a type of therapy. Miley Cyrus's experience really blew my mind, and I want to share it with you guys because it is really pertinent to the topic of today's video. So she went on to say that she was guided to look at a train pass her by and to basically watch her life as that train was passing by, like as if it was a movie. As she was looking at this train, she could see bits of her life just passing for her eyes. She went on to tell the therapist that she was experiencing anxiety and feeling stage fright because that's what she was really experiencing in real life. The therapist went on to ask her, well, when was the first time that you experienced feeling this emotion of anxiety? And right then and there, she saw the train start to go backwards into the time where she felt that way. And she started to feel this feeling of, I just want them to love me. And then she saw herself in the womb of her grandmother. Her being inside the womb of her grandmother, she could hear her mom's biological parents talking about giving up her mom for adoption, in which her grandma ended up adopting her mom. That's all she could feel was her mom's emotions and thoughts of, I just want them to love me. I just want them to love me. Then the therapist was just like, okay, go deeper. Let's get deeper. Keep going. So she's guided to a time of when her mom was giving birth to her, and her mom was going through a very difficult labor. So when she gave birth to Miley Cyrus, they gave Miley Cyrus to her grandmother to hold her. And right then and there, when her grandma held her, she said she felt the connection between her mom and her grandma. I went and I looked at the comments, and this one comment said, this video is so fascinating because women, when we're born, we are all born with all of our eggs already inside of us. So that's basically like all your children are within you already, as if you're a woman watching this video. And I was like, wow, I like didn't know that. I think I was taught that through all the health classes that I was in, but I never, I guess, paid attention to that. It just goes to show you that your mom is always like within you, is within all her children. And I feel like that's why moms have such a very strong like intuition when it comes to their children, that their children can literally be like on the other side of the world, and whatever their child is feeling, if they're in danger, like their mom could really feel that. And this other comment just said, this just goes to show you how generational trauma is passed. And I was just like, I need to make this video now. Almost like 99% of your wounds, they stem from your childhood. Our bodies, they hold on to a lot of things. And if you never heal them, you end up living your life in constant survival. And there's people who are reaching the age of 90 and they've never did any inner healing work at all, and their whole life was just a life of survival. There are a lot of things that our subconscious mind has held on to from our upbringing without us even realizing. And this shows in our day-to-day life. And if you're not aware of this, it ends up controlling your life and taking over your life, and you don't realize that. And so you live a life with so many challenges and so many difficult situations, and you repeat it and you repeat it and you repeat it, never being aware of why you're experiencing the same thing over and over and over again. I want to give you guys an example of how this can show up. Imagine a kid being raised by their parents, and their parents instill it into their kid that your parents will never betray you. Your family will never betray you. They will never do any harm to you. They will never hurt you. And so this kid, they grow up believing in that their parents, their family, they will never betray them. They will never lie to them. They will never cause any harm to them. But then their parents do. Their parents don't keep their promises. They probably do little jokes, when they make a promise to them and then they end up breaking it, and they kind of just laugh about it. And that hurts that kid. It really hurts them. But they're so programmed into believing that their parents will never betray them. Their parents will never harm them. Their parents will never cause any pain to them. And so they feel this, but then their belief and their value in this is so strong that they just ignore the emotion that they feel within them. They hide it, they push it down, and then they live in this state of confusion of why they're feeling this way, but then their mind is telling them different. This kid, when they grow up into their teens, into their adult life, they end up craving loyalty. They end up craving nice people. They end up craving people who are honest to them. And so they go out into this world and they seek connections that are like that. But then since their subconscious mind is programmed and has grasped things throughout their childhood of betrayal, because your subconscious mind is very programmable. Your subconscious mind will grasp onto anything. It's like a fresh kid. Also, when you're a kid, you will never fight what an authority figure tells you, especially your parents, the people that raise you, because you know that you could trust these people. It's already instilled with you that these are your parents, and you should be able to trust them and believe anything and everything that they say to you and that they teach you. A kid is going to believe anything. They're going to see the actions that you do, and their subconscious mind is going to grasp onto everything. I mean, I know you guys know, if you have kids yourself, if you've seen kids, you could tell them anything. You can program their minds into anything. They are literal sponges. And moving on to what I was saying is that when these people, they go out into the world and they seek these connections of honesty, of loyalty, they end up getting into connections that are what their parents actually did to them, which is betrayal, which is being dishonest, which is being disloyal to them. They don't realize that they do this because that is their comfort. They get into these connections that are very disloyal. They end up chasing after these people even after they betray them over and over and over again, because that is what their mind only knows, is known to them, is comfortable to them. If someone doesn't betray them, their mind sends out a big alarm. This is not safe. This is not normal to you. You need to find betrayal. Betrayal in their mind is almost like love. If they don't experience it, they're not experiencing love, because that is what their parents programmed into them. People that they believed that loved them. They saw love as betrayal. They saw love as being dishonest. And so if this person does make a connection with someone that is beautiful, does give them so much loyalty, is so nice and kind, never betrays them, never makes them ever question themselves about if they're going to betray them or lie to them, this person, because their core value and their belief is that their parents will never betray them, but they actually did experience betrayal, they will go and self-sabotage this connection. So what they will do is they will go and betray that person because they are in an unknown environment. They create that betrayal for them so that their body could feel comfortable, so that they could feel like themselves again, because this person is triggering them. This person is causing them to think and make them feel uncomfortable with themselves and bring up things that make them so confused. What they don't realize and what they don't understand is that they crave loyalty. They crave kind people. They crave people who are honest to them because their parents didn't do that for them. They caused this confusion. They caused this big wound within them. And so they go out into this world and they hate themselves. They are insecure. They feel confused. They feel lost with life. How could you blame them? Their core foundation, their upbringing made that for them. I don't want you guys to go and start blaming these people. I'm not telling you to go and blame your parents or your family members or the people that raised you for making you be like this. You need to give yourself grace because every single person who is walking on this earth is just a person who is holding on to a lot of trauma and wounds within them that they have not yet healed. And they bring that onto other people without even realizing it. They crave all these things for themselves through their conscious mind, but because their subconscious mind is programmed to think otherwise, they are going to only seek what their subconscious mind knows, no matter what your conscious mind is telling you. You want real love, peer connections, you want wealth, no matter what you're craving, your subconscious mind, what it believes and what it values, that is what you're going to get. I want you guys to now have the awareness and the ability to be able to forgive yourself, to be able to forgive others, because everyone has wounds that they're carrying. Your parents, they programmed you into believing this core belief and this core value, and you might have a lot of resentment against them for doing this, but you don't realize that their parents did that to them as well, and so on and so forth. And it's generational trauma. That is what I'm trying to get to you guys to realize, to have this big awareness of understanding where everyone is coming from. I want you to go onto this journey and realize that everyone needs inner healing work. An option that you can do, because there are many things that you can do. One is you could go to therapy. If you're not the type of person who's able to sit with yourself and ask yourself deep questions and be able to face your truth and dig very deep for yourself, there is therapy. I'm not forcing you to go to therapy, but there is therapy. There's so many different types of therapy. And then there's meditation. Meditation has helped me so much throughout my healing journey. I'm a person I can sit with myself and I can really dig deep with myself because that's just what I love to do. It's like unlocking new levels of myself every single time I heal an inner wound within me, and I fall in love with doing that. So I've become comfortable with doing that. It has made me sit with myself and really bring to my awareness, my consciousness, things that are deep within me that I genuinely never thought of asking myself that question. There's wounds within you that you do not realize that your body is holding on to. It's not healthy to keep running away from the wounds within you, because there's a version of you that you want to become. And in order to become that version of yourself, you need to work on yourself. There's some of you guys who want to manifest wealth and abundance, but you grew up in a family that had a lack mindset. You need to work really hard in order to receive money, or money doesn't flow to you so easily. All these beliefs and these values were passed down into you. You need to save your money. Your body is so conditioned into believing that it's in lack, that you're never going to receive it again. And so you spend this money so crazy because you were never able to experience that amount of wealth within you. But everything is within you. Even if you can't see the money for itself in physical form, you are able to experience everything within yourself before you actually receive it. And so a person who experiences lack within themselves daily, they are never going to experience what it feels like to have an abundance come to them. These are just some things that I want to mention to you guys that you may not have an awareness of right now. There are an infinite amount of things that you can work on within yourself. And I don't say that to scare you guys. I don't say that to overwhelm you guys. I say that to make you guys really truly enjoy stepping into this journey of healing. Because when you step into this journey of healing, it's going to come with a lot of vulnerability. You are going to cry. You are going to experience all these emotions that you're just like, Christine, I don't even want to go on this journey anymore. Like, my life felt better with me just stuffing things down within me. But no, that's what you just think. But you can't even say that for yourself because you've never even healed yourself and experienced a life that is so completely different from what you're so comfortable with experiencing. You have yet to know how amazing and good your life will be for you. When you start healing yourself, you start forgiving yourself. And when you start forgiving yourself, you start to forgive everyone around you who caused you pain. And that right there is the most beautiful feeling you will ever experience and feel. When you get to a point when you start to really truly forgive others, you come to a point where you start to understand others very deeply. This is the reason why I can tell you guys that I genuinely love myself, and I have always loved myself since I was a kid. And it's like, it brings tears to my eyes because there's just a lot of things, that you go through, and it's really up to you on what you choose for yourself. You can choose a life where you tell yourself you're going to live with suffering, or you go and alchemize every single thing that you've been through. And I can say that the things that I've been through has gotten me to this point to be able to express myself, to be able to create this YouTube channel and talk to you guys, where you guys feel my connection, where you guys feel my energy. I'm really grateful for everything that I've experienced in my life because I get to do this passion of mine, this destiny that God has put within me. I just live my life with such great joy and happiness because everything that I go through, it doesn't crumble me. Like, I see every single thing as a blessing. I have programmed myself. I have worked so hard within myself to be able to be the woman that I am today. I have just created such a very deep love for myself that, like, every day I wake up, it just feels like the best day ever because of how much love I have for myself, how much respect I have for myself. I want you guys to be able to experience that life for yourself. I want you to be able to get out of your suffering. I want you to be able to experience that version of yourself that you've always wanted to experience, because it exists for you. It all exists for you. Do not give up on that belief that that version of you is there for you. You have the ability to be able to control your life. You have the free will to be able to heal yourself, because God has given us so many tools to be able to do that for ourselves. I love you guys so much, and I wish you guys the best. And this is definitely not going to be the only video I make on this topic, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I want you guys just to start with that awareness alone. I want you guys to really just give yourselves so much grace. If you're new here, hi, my name is Christine. I make transformative content like this one. So if you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to enjoy all the videos on my channel. So if you're interested in joining the journey with me to becoming the best version of yourself, then go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.